Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Hands up! 60 miles. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
368!
Yeah, fight it. Hands up!
A first down throw coming for Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
13 yards on the play.
You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Second and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And an alley to run. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Good. Makes the score Bengals 7, Jets 0.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
51. Right, 622. Strong right. Hey, switch gears.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Get that quarterback, D-line! Get that quarterback, D-line! D-line, get that quarterback!
Here's Luck. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Third down. 3rd and 11.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Off of play action. Luck. Airing one out for Crowder. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Here we go.
From the 38, Dalton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 11.
Back to throw. Luck. And this one's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's Luck. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Run, 40!
Now a first down carry by Bell. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
All day, just like that.
The throw is locked. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Long. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 17, Dalton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The
Let's go!
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Mixon. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Joe Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 35-yard line.
I don't think you got it, son. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Dalton.
Here we go.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 41-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Avery Williamson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Who that? Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Hey, Echo.
I'm coming after you. 57's the...
5 6.
Hey, pick your game up. Check.
General West.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Snap came at 1. Now here's Dalton. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 7-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Call.
Get in the weight room.
From the gun, here's Locke. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought that had to be? Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
That's track. Blitz.
Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
First down, New York.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Luck. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Right here, guys.
Luck on 1st down. Airing one out for Crowder. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Let's go. I got him. Back's mine. I got him. 57's Mike.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run here with Mixon, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now on 2nd and 13, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
65.
Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Matt Wild now, standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Check up. 190. Close. I'm coming for you, son.
Mike 51.
Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Luck. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Check out. 1, 2, 3.
Check pass. You go tight. 12. You got tight right there. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Now Luck. Steps away to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And it's taken in at the 9. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
It's a gain of 5.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Kill.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 23 yards, the final tally.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post-route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Avery Williamson, the Jets' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the Jets' 28-yard line. Check 4, check 4. Check 43.
Nice. Hey, wahoo!
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Here you go, 368. Go.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. You go night-night. Time to go night-night.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Nick Vigil able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
2nd down.
Hey, high 7.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Luck. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Love. Enunwa's got it complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. On 1st down, it's Love.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again. Luck. Flush to his right. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Locke rolling to his right. Completes it to Powell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter.
Hey, back up. Line 40. Bandit.
Throwing again on second down. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Locke. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it second and short. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Below follows the ball carrier. Sam Hubbard on the tackle. A pickup of 2 yards.
Now a first down throw. Locke. Throw complete to Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on second and 8. Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Dalton's pass complete to Green. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go.
Hey, check Mike 57.
Yeah, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here you go, Ken.
57's to Mike.
Buzz.
Mike.
I know he ain't got it.
57. Mike, 57.
Stop your whining.
57's to Mike. Watch 57.
To throw again. Dalton. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
368.
41.
Hey, Zoo.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
This will be Dalton again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
At their own 46-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get that ball right here.
51 to Mike, boys. 51. 12.
Back to throw. Love. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. On 1st down, it's Powell. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is the running back, Powell. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Crowder. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's back to throw. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Blue draw, Porter.
Check 24.
From the red zone now, Locke. Powell on the catch. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Regular.
Mike, 54.
Hey,
Mike,
Delta.
let's go, defense.
Back to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mike, 5-4. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Stop!
54,
They'll
right
look
there,
to
right there,
throw.
54, Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man
And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
It's our time. It's our time.
Here you go. 368.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
So now Dalton. Got a man open. It's Ross. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Regular.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. He's scared.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
They'll run on 1st down. Powell. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Jets, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop their 11th game now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.